Hi, Miss Trey Andrea Cannon. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for coming in and doing this session with me. I'm glad you were on time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
Okay. We've been talking about the situation that really gets you frustrated and upset when you go with your son to the mall. We also have identified thoughts that run through your head during these situations. They are unhelpful thoughts. Okay, remember?
Yes.
Okay. Today I would like to show you this technique where you can challenge these unhelpful thoughts and it will help you be more calm in any situation. Okay. How does that sound to you?
That sounds good.
So let's start with your parent handbook on page 22. This is the worksheet that's going to help us learn this technique. Before we get started writing in the worksheet, I want you to think back to exercise 2. Do you remember we did exercise 2?
Yes.
Can you remind me of the situation we were talking about when you identified some of those unhelpful thoughts? Did you write them down?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me some more.
Oh, when my son was acting out because he wanted a toy from out the store.
Okay, he was acting out. And what were some of the hopeful thoughts that was going through your mind? What were you thinking at that time?
He's selfish. He's spoiled. He thinks he's supposed to get everything he wants. And I don't know why he's acting like this because he knows.
Okay, so on page 22, in the situation column, I want you to write that down. And then I want you to, let me see. I want to make sure we keep an eye. Okay, the strategy. And then I want you to go over the unhelpful thoughts that you were thinking. Can you write that down? What were some of the unhelpful thoughts?
He's spoiled. He's selfish. And he thinks he's supposed to get everything he wants.
Okay. You just identified that. What was your anger reaction?
I was yelling and screaming.
Mm-hmm. Now that you have written down, I want to teach you a technique that you could use to question those unhelpful thoughts and switch them into becoming helpful thoughts. That sounds okay?
Yes.
So we have this thought of him being spoiled. He always wants his way. When he gets to the mall, he's defiant. Looking at what you want to consider, looking at those thoughts, I want you to consider a few questions. And the questions are, is it true? I want you to ask yourself, is he really a spoiled child? Is he a child that always wants his way? Okay. Do you think these thoughts help you achieve the parent that you would like to be today?
No.
Okay. Do those thoughts help you respond the way you want to respond in this situation?
No.
So normally, how would you respond in that situation?
I'm usually yelling and screaming.
Okay. So I want to ask you these 3 questions. Tell us, is that thoughtful? Okay. So I think what these 3 questions tell us is that these thoughts are not helpful to you. I'm thinking there may be some helpful thoughts that we can think of in this scenario. Can we try that?
Yes.
Okay. Let's me ask you this question. Is there a reason he's whining when he go in the store and acts out?
No.
Is there a reason? Could you think of any other reason?
No. He
Okay.
wants to get what he wants.
Is there a reason why?
No.
Okay. Do you think those? Okay. Do you think those? Okay. Okay. So how about if you was thinking, well, how old is he?
3.
He's only 3. And do you preset it up before you go in? Do you tell him what to expect when you go in the store?
No.
Okay. Do he really think he should get every toy that he sees?
Yes.
Okay. And so could you prompt him the next time you go in a store to, and when I say prompt him, talk before you have that talk with him before you go in the store.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can have that talk to him when you go in the store, what do you think that the outcome will be?
It would be a better outcome.
Yeah, it would be a better outcome because he's really not a spoiled kid, is he?
No.
Okay, he probably just irritated and wants his way at that time. Okay. Do you think those thoughts will be more helpful to you than the ones you wrote down, the unhelpful thoughts? If you're thinking, well, he's only 3, he's a good kid. What do you think? You think that would be better for you, the helpful self?
Yes.
So why don't we write those down on your worksheet? Write the helpful thoughts down. Okay. So the next technique is you're going to pick a relaxation technique that we learned last week. When it comes to when the situation comes up again, out of the relaxation technique that you have learned, which one would you like to try?
The deep breathing technique.
Okay. Let's write that down so you'll know and you'll be prepared. Okay. So now imagine yourself in a store and he begins to act out. And you tell yourself those thoughts. He's just a kid. A kid always wants something when they're in the store. I just need him to know what the rules are. He's not getting anything. I could do my deep breathing and we can make it through this. So, do you feel like this is something you could do?
Yes.
Do you think this could be helpful to you?
Yes.
And what relaxation exercise would you try at that time while you're in the store?
The deep breathing technique.
The deep breathing. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, so when you are home and you have time, or when you have time and you're feeling upset or you're feeling frustrated with Aiden, I want you to write the situation down. Remember in your book on page 22?
Yes.
Put the date, write the situation down. I want you to identify those unhelpful thoughts. I want you to put it in your anger reaction. Then I want you to rate your anger. Then I want you to use some of the questions that we went over today. Remember the ones you just wrote down, the helpful thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to come with more helpful thoughts. Add more helpful thoughts. Because remember, we're thinking positive and we're trying to calm the situation. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to keep practicing your relaxation techniques. Then I want you to write, or I want you to rate your anger. Can you do that?
Yes.
And how do you think that'll be? Do you think you'll have a better outcome?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for learning this technique. You have a good day.
You too.